noticed something different. Today I'm not walking a stair because I thought, hey, maybe I could just start, recording from this point. And today we're gonna continue to build the Fantastical Tree House. Just need to clear the table a little bit and then bring the stuff out, and then we're gonna start building again. So here we are. Which bag I was up to last time? I totally forgot. But it's got this thing, the instruction booklet, and I think I was up to bag 4, so we'll start with bag 5. The good thing with getting all the bags out and then put the last number back into the box, so every time when you can't finish the build at once, so you can just take it out in sequence, and you don't have to get everything out and then grab the right number back again. I find it very convenient, so you might want to try. Also, if you still prefer me walking down the stair as an introduction, to let me know. Of course, I couldn't take out and drive because I'm doing everything at home. I'm not like, let's say, going to the gym or something like that. There's no point, and I don't want to, because if I need to go drive out, and I need to buy equipment so I can take the camera out and have it filming in the car, and then petrol is going to be very expensive. But anyway, let's carry on, because I'm very keen to get this build so I can keep up with my weekly review video schedule. Not that I have to, because I'm much more relaxed since I switched how I think things, rather than I need to do this in this day. Anyway, so bag 5 so far is quite interesting. Not that complex, but fun enough. So yeah, I will get the instruction booklet here, get the build closer to me, just take the minifigure out and put them aside first. And I don't really need to describe every move that I do, right? Just get on with business. For most people in New Zealand, this week is final week of work. Most people taking the Christmas Day and Boxing Day is public holiday here, and then New Year's Day, and also the day after New Year's Day is also public holiday. So you've got a few working days kind of in between. So in New Zealand, most people will just take annual leave across those days, so you get 2 weeks off. So yeah, I have no plan yet, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do in the next 2 weeks, and I still have to work tomorrow. But then after that, there's 2 weeks holiday. Well, couldn't do much, of course. I couldn't spend all time doing my own stuff, so it will be quite similar throughout the day. So just kind of do other things, and then in the evening when I have time, maybe build some Lego, maybe film some videos, maybe just browse the internet to get some new infos on upcoming sets. As soon it will be 2014, and there will be a bunch of new sets. Not that I have the money to buy it, but it's always good to have a look at what's coming out and what I can afford. It's going to be very limited in the coming years. Well, hopefully just next year, but not for a long time, because there are a couple of things that I really want that I released this year that I still haven't. I still can't afford it. That would be the right word, I think. I'm still figuring out, how I can, clean up my financial numbers. It's not easy. If it's that easy, then life would be a lot simpler. But anyway, so this is Mateo from LEGO DreamZzz. I did buy I bought some other set that include this minifigure, but this is the first time I open a set with this minifigure, so it's always nice to get new minifigures. So he has a pretty cool brown dreadlock hair, but because he kind of in Dream he has some power, I think. So there's few green highlights. So you can't. Well, you can, but ideally it's just pure brown dreadlock hair that you can reuse in a less imaginary situation. Anyway, I did check the phone storage, mic batteries, everything before I start filming today. So hopefully I don't run into technical issues today. Yeah. And this type of video is still a experiment. Plan is to run this experiment for at least 3 months, but my thinking is I have to run probably 12 months. That's when you really get some good numbers that you can think about what next. Never, just stop doing something like with YouTube just because the first few videos not doing well. So the funny thing is some of the videos, because I never delete any video. I don't like delete video. I thought, hey, if you make it, unless it's offending people or someone find offensive, there's no point for deleting it. And surprisingly, some of the video that didn't pick up when it first released, and for some reason it got picked up. Well, not like explode, but like it's from 3-digit, probably close to 100 views, and then 3 or 4 months later, suddenly it just jumped to like 500 views and approaching 1,000. So yeah, and if you are also doing YouTube or similar things, and if you see the video not getting traction, right, just leave it there. Don't rush. I mean, if you have some particular reason that you have to get some numbers in a very short time, then of course you want to action more quickly, which I can't help. But if you just want to share live or whatever that you want to share, and just keep on doing what you think that you want to do, just leave it there. And that's my take on it. And some people ask, what's my end game here? I don't know, to be honest. It's like, hey, what this type of thing is, it's not like for entertainment. It's more like, hey, it's kind of like a documentary. It's kind of like just a record, or just a way to share some conversation, right? So it's not like I need to make this entertaining, because if I want to make the whole thing entertaining, then I wouldn't just film like this. I probably like go and invest a few more cameras, and well, because I only have one set, so there's only one chance, right? So if I want to do something entertaining in building Lego, I can't build it. Like if I need to do another take, then I have to like deconstruct, especially stuff with stickers, right? And I really can't do that, so I have to get multiple cameras capturing like from multiple angles, and I think about how to edit those, right? So but that's not what my intention. So I'm not planning. No, I have the time or resource to make it a entertainment. I mean, I do have some ideas on how to make this more intimate. For example, right, instead of just talking, maybe I could just freestyle through that, but then that require a bit more talent than just talking ad hoc. that will require like thinking, hey, really understand what this set is about before you start building it, and then having all the words kind of rhyme, and then you have a beat alongside. Nobody doing this. So it's actually a brilliant idea, and I kind of spilled this idea out. So if you're watching and thought you want to do something like that, and you have the time and talent to do it, then why not, right? I haven't patent or going to pay sue anyone and say, hey, that was my original idea, because it's nonsense. It's because, hey, that's your idea, and then because someone heard your idea and execute, but you haven't executed at all, and you can't really claim that you have a thought about it, but you can't claim that it's yours. But anyway, so far I'm not sure what we're building. I'm pretty sure it's the second floor, so we're kind of building some of the interior. It's really not much space. So far I do feel like, hey, maybe just give it 2 or 3 studs more depth, even though it's open, but it gives you more space and looks more complete. But unfortunately, no. But that's okay, because that's not like kind of um, direct to consumer set. Those big sets supposed to be a impressive display piece, so that's fine. I mean, it's not a criticism. It's just more like how I feel about it. There's some interesting use of color bricks here. So there's another sticker. What is going to be? I think it's another bed. Just put it in, because sometimes it's a lot easier to apply stickers this way. That's what I'm saying now. Wait until I mess this up. Hopefully I don't mess this up, because I don't want to mess up. Not the perfect application, but acceptable. So I have no intention to finish building it today, but I do want to finish building it this week though. But that's not easy, because I'm moving really slowly, especially each number pack is not that much, but at the same time, it's getting quite tired, in the evening, and I'm still having some issues like throughout the day, especially just right after lunch. I will just drop into sleep for like 15 to 20 minutes without me aware of it. Today it happened again, and I thought, hey, it's still 11:30 by the time I got my sense back. It's nearly 12 o'clock. It's just the fatigue or everything just build up, throughout. Especially towards the end of year, things start coming out. Even you try to hide it, you just can't hide it. It happens sometimes, so just let it be. That's my advice. But to be honest, who cares about my advice, right? I'm not like any professional or proven motivator, but nothing stopped me to express what I think or how I see things. You like it? Good. Give it a thumbs up. You don't like it? Keep silence. Ignore it. Leave. Or let me know. I kind of like, people letting me know how things going. If you're not telling me, then, I don't know what's wrong or what I can improve. But anyway, second floors, I don't know. I still find the first session a lot more interesting. Not necessarily like the building experience, but the overall design of what's inside. Um, we'll see how it goes. And as I explained in earlier videos, the key thing for me to bought this is really for one of the villain minifigure. It's good that the treehouse looks nice from packaging. Often when you see something on the package, even though it's not that impressive, sometimes you really want to build it, and then you have a different feeling. But the same minifigure actually was, well, not was, but the same minifigure is actually available in a smaller set. But yeah, that smaller set, I don't really like the build. Well, it's not appealing to me. It's a lot cheaper, but then I much prefer this one. It looks better because for me, buying Lego is always looking for something that is good to look at, not necessarily, you can play around or something like that. Really about, what kind of parts inside, how it looks. Uh, even though I don't have the space to display everything, but yeah, it's always about the actual build. That's why I don't buy that many vehicles or spaceships or kind of things. And not big. Well, I wouldn't say not a fan, but not as big as some of the Star Wars fans. That I need to get this Star Wars. There's some like minifigures that I want, but because sets from Star Wars theme in general is quite expensive, and I can't justify just buying a set that I don't really want and I can't display and I'm not going to play with it just for one minifigure at a ridiculous price. So yeah, but then when Star Wars kind of release location sets like that, most likely Cantina, those are the ones that I would not hesitate. And if I can afford it, I would just spend the money and buy those because I'm a location guy. And but yeah, hopefully there are more location-based sets coming out in various themes. Even the Monkey Kid theme, there are lots of Mac and stuff. It doesn't really appeal to me. Um, but then all the location sets are really good. And what? Okay. Interesting. I have some idea as well because the way that I talk often repeat the same phrases again and again, even the topic is different. So I'm still thinking, this is the word that I need to stop with. Keep saying, hey, it's getting annoying at some point. Even myself notice it, right? So yeah, I need to figure out if I carry on this style. I need to figure out how I can construct the sentences. I don't think it's a native language thing. It's more like general language skills. I'm pretty sure if I do one video in Cantonese or even other language that I speak, I will end up in the same situation. Um, it's a very set of particular skills in terms of presenting something without a proper script, just ad hoc and talking. Like you really need to have a wide range of vocabularies and also structures, phrases. So even when you reuse it, it doesn't feel like that you keep repeating the same thing. It's really not easy. Oh, crap. What? Did I apply the wrong stickers in the previous one? I think I did. Oops. Mistake. I only realized the mistake. What? After a few days. Let me just check. Pretty sure I got, oh, what? So it wasn't Siesta Avenue, so Siesta Avenue is supposed to be applied. Ah, so in step 84, I supposed to use sticker 12 snooze street. I have probably been snoozing a few days ago. Well, that easy because they same color, same size, so it's not that hard to fix the problems. I just need to apply the sticker and then swap the pieces to the right place. But yeah, mistakes again, too common in recent times. But just need to fix it. So Siesta Avenue on upper level, and then Snooze Street at the lower level. Okay, it's really nice because, as I mentioned last time, it's pretty interesting street names. So what I'm gonna do, according to the instruction, is that I need to stack this up. Oh, yeah. So it's not like modular style because I think it would be much nicer to have it like modular style. But then if it modular style, you really need to have a lot more things or a lot more base on this side, so it doesn't fall apart that easily. But yeah, so it's a tree trunk that you can't really remove. You remove each level easily, but that's okay. That would just the set itself so far is okay. It's more like, hey, what are the improvements um, that can make the set even better? But of course, you can always buy your own parts and kind of improve it yourself. Sometimes I do want to improve a lot of things. Just I have the idea, but didn't take action and try to execute it. That makes a big difference. Lots of successful people that you notice online, they have the idea and they take the action to make it happen. And if you make it happen, then something good will happen. If you just stay there and just hope for the best and just talk, then nothing's gonna happen. So here, like this one, to snuck into somewhere here. Seems a bit short though. So thick. It's so difficult to push it in. Like sometimes, I mean, these are really good design or techniques to make the build more stable, but sometimes when you're not relying on one of them, then it's very hard to push it in. And of course, I don't want to push too hard as well, because otherwise sometimes things get fall apart and I have to start from the beginning again with some water. So very similar on the other side as well. Basically the same thing. It's just putting stuff in a different hole. And also small pieces. Okay, I think we're getting there quite soon because I don't think there are any much more complex stuff. I think in the later bags we're just adding the foliages and stuff. So it should be fairly simple and straightforward. But I'm still not confident I can progress much today. Let's yeah, I think I got it right. Okay, so this side and okay, like this. Okay, let's just get the long one in, and then we can get the shorter one a little bit easier, hopefully. Why this is so difficult? I think it's just me, trying not to break things. Hopefully, I learn to be faster next time. So this is another small one. I wonder how it's gonna look like. Okay, so you've got more pieces like this. Oops, the cookies just dropped out. Okay, what's next? Lots of small pins and stuff. It's expected because you want to have things kind of attached to the build. That not just one a few studs, because a few studs, if you add too much weight, then it drops, right? So you have to have all these technique pieces so that things are much more secure. If you've been watching like other earlier videos, another thing that I kind of adjust a little bit, just the camera angle. I know. Let me know if you prefer the other angle. Just leave a comments. But if you enjoy or if you prefer today's camera angle, then just give this video a like, or you can let me know in the comments as well. Okay. I think it would be very interesting if it's fully enclosed, but then it would be a massive view and it would be quite heavy. And it will be very expensive as well. What else? Is there other things that need to? Okay, so on this side. Okay. Unfortunately, here they don't really have the right link, so you kind of put in the middle, and there's some gaps to see the holes behind it. I mean, it's not the ideal outcome, but what else they can do about it, right? Yeah, so I think that's fine. It's not that noticeable. Especially once you apply all the other exterior stuff, and you not even notice it anyway. But inside the stuff, you only can notice or be aware when you're building the set. It happens with many other sets, right? Lots of stuff that you only realize it when you're like in the process of building it. Because there are lots of things when you finish building, even though sometimes it's accessible, but it's not. I mean, Because I mean, let's just use the Hocus Pocus house as an example. The interior, like you can access it, but there are a few corners that if you really want to access it, you have to take the build apart. So the only way that you notice those small details are when like it's a time when you know building the actual sets. Okay, just some artwork. That means just need to apply stickers. Just need to make sure that I apply the right direction, but it's okay, rectangular or square tile. If you apply the other way, then it's not much of a big deal because you just flip the tile around, and then it wouldn't like face the wrong way. But of course, the other thing that you need to be careful is if the stickers itself has a particular orientation, then I think it's still fine. I think it's the round tile that will be a lot more difficult, I think. Anyway, just two artwork or poster, and then we can move on to the next one. But before I move on to the next one, just need to check the time, because if it's too late or it's approaching 11, then I might just stop here. The reason is that I just ran out of the minifigure shots, so I actually filmed a few minifigures again, so I need to upload those, and I also want to upload this video rather than deal with it very early in the morning the next day. Yeah, there's quite a few things. Let me just check the time. So the time, okay, 10:40. So we'll proceed with another bag, which is bag 6. Bag 6 means we're nearly there. So there are 13 numbers back, right? So the bag 6, pretty much we are halfway there. And it's quite small as well. So much maybe to get into 7, maybe. Which one is 6? No, that's actually 9. This is 6, right? Yeah, this is 9. Phew. 6, 9 is hot. Well, let's not get to it. Not talking about 6, 9 today. But yeah, usually quite easily get messed up. They do give you a dot to tell you which one is 6, which one is 9. But when you're not paying attention, then yeah, you're gonna make mistakes. Unfortunately, I wish this perhaps a minifigure, but no minifigure. That's fine. Just adding a bit more exterior details on the top 2 level. Really, that's not. Each of the bag only have like few parts compared to some other bigger set. But unfortunately, I'm not progressing as fast as I wish I could have been. And and also need to check all the instructions. I wonder if anyone like there to challenge like medium size or even bigger set without looking at the instructions. I already measured like last time, but really, will anyone even try? Probably only the original designer could make that happen. Anyone else, it's like you don't have the context and stuff. So like, just go look at the picture and build the things. You probably still end up with something similar, but like there's some like small details that might not be 100% as thing defined in the instructions. Um, like you get the overall shape, right? There's so many small pieces. It's going to be very, very difficult for you to figure out exactly, you know, what it's going to be like, especially the parts where, you know, different small pieces kind of connect together to make certain connections. Those are not visible from the pictures, right? So I think if I try to do it that way, I would never finish this set. I don't think I can, get to the second level. Yeah, I think yeah, because the bags are numbered, right? Then I think people can still work it out. But if you just take all the pieces out, then you sort it, so you don't know, you know, is it back one? Is it, they kind of design a way that hey, back one is this section, back two is this section. So you like hey, these are the pieces, and that should probably how it works. But if you just drop all the bricks out, first you have to sort it. Once sorted, and then you try to build what you see in the picture, then that would be a extreme challenge. Well, I'm not brave enough to try that. I just want to have a relaxing time, enjoy what people has designed for me to do. Um, that's not well. That's just one way of enjoying a hobby. But if you really want to take that to another level, then you really need to go and create your own stuff. So you can start with small. You don't have to build massive builds. I mean, when you build a really big thing, it's massive and it looks impressive. But sometimes, the smaller the set it is, the harder for you to make something looks nice and not just good to look at, but also enjoyable. Talking about building your own creation. Hopefully, the mic can capture the airplane noise. But regarding like own creation, I'm not sure if you have watched the Lego Master reality TV show. So the various version is the US version, the Australian version, originally the UK version. But I haven't watched the US version. Uh, but I did watch season one of the Australian version and also the season one of the New Zealand version. Um, my thoughts on those is, I mean, it's good to see other people make their massive or impressive creation, but the show format, it's like, yeah, you got like 12, 16 hours to build. They're not going to build continuously, 16 hours, right? So there will be, time where they're not filming. Yeah. So that's my problem, right? It's like yes, it's like yeah, the build is impressive, but the overall format just not as appealing. Well, I don't know. If I have idea, it might not be a good idea because I have such a good idea for entertaining show or entertainment, then my videos on my channel would be much more popular, right? But yeah. Anyway, back to building this. So we're building the interior on the top level. I'm not sure what it's gonna be. There's some seats, and I'm not sure if this are spray paint or some other things. You never know. Well, definitely, if they are selling magic mushrooms, this could be some pipes or something like that. I should stop, making comment like this. I'm the only one that find it funny, because otherwise, the short segment of all these jokes would have a lot more comments. Anyway, so I need to make 3 of this small letter. And because it's at the back, so it's not like a full letter, just enough for people to, well, not people, but enough, abstract enough, so the minifigure can climb up. I'm pretty sure if it's all enclosed, it'll probably be something a little bit more different. But yeah, at least it's good, right? Because for me, hit my mic again. It's good, right? For me, it's always quite important. Even it's open back or something like that. It's very abstract that you can still see, how the minifigure able to access to the next level. If you have seen my review on one of the LEGO City, not the recent one, the one from 2020, the ocean exploration ship. That one is actually, it's not a bad set, but then the ship itself, obviously it's not scaled to the minifigure. But there are places where like you just couldn't figure out, how the minifigure able to access to some of the area in the ship. Right? And that really bothers me. Okay, so we're adding a bit more exterior details at the front now. So far there's not much techniques or building techniques that like I find big wow factor. Lots of things that you probably would have experienced if you build some more complex sets already. But yeah, it's not boring. It's still enjoyable and fun. It's just like, hey, give me the wow factor. So far, it hasn't yet. And then 14 of this. So basically, I just need to. Okay, basically, this is building the trunk. So you have to add all these pieces to give that flat curvy surface. And in this sense, right, that's why I'm saying like that Super Mario Piranha plant, the pot is actually quite impressive. The way that it's still like the whole surface so smooth. Here you still got a little bit of 90 degrees angle, which if you look closely, then it's a bit awkward. But if you see it from the far, then it's kind of okay, makes sense. But yeah, that piranha plant is definitely a set that I recommend. I already said it in the building videos and also the review videos that went live last night. If you haven't watched it, do check out, please, if you are interested. But not now, but like after this video ends. That is, if someone's still watching at this particular moment, based on the YouTube stats, I think only a very small percentage of people still watching at this point. That means that we'll give it a few months, then we'll keep changing. Well, not like drastically change, but I'm definitely gonna make some small adjustment to this type of video as I progress. Right now, I don't know what other things that I want to adjust. But here, this one I really like is not binoculars. What do you call when it's only The telescope. Yeah. So this is pretty cool. The use of the diamond piece. So I haven't seen anything like this before. It's the first time I experienced this, so it's pretty cool. Yeah. So talking about like minor changing and minor changing. I need to reduce the grammatical errors. Yeah. I think making videos also, you know, allow me to improve my language skills as well as talking, uh, pronunciation, and things like that. But yeah, um, yeah, I think hmm, I think it will be similar style, but maybe like switching. And the idea is to have minimum cuts, so I don't want to just hey film a segment and then film a segment and then put all the cut together later on, because that will slow the process down. Well, probably we'll be able to make a more entertaining video, but we'll see what happens. So it's going to be like this. This is definitely the top of the treehouse, which has got a telescope and things. But yeah, and I'm not a fan of like rapid cuts. I don't like, hey, it's because of all the shorts video, TikTok and things. Lots of people make, well, even in YouTube, some longer videos. The one with lots of views often are the ones with quick cuts and edits. I don't know, I'm really not into quick cuts like that. I much more prefer something not cutting so much. But yeah, we'll think about what else I can increase. I guess I wouldn't say entertaining value, but uh, make this type of video more engaging. It's actually pretty hard. It's like people look at you, hearing your voice. Sometimes it's not the topic that we're covering. Like it could be cooking or some other DIY. There are lots of other things that you can do, but the moment where people just look at you, yeah, I want to respond to this person. Um, this is not something that you can change or make it happen. Because if people don't find it interesting, then that's it. No matter, and if you improve the entertaining value of the video, so people might find it interesting again. But the way that I'm proceed with the current video, it's going to be quite difficult. It's really people click the video, and if they don't find my voice or just say this guy doesn't look interesting, then they're gonna turn away. And then let me make sure that I didn't mess up the stickers. I didn't mess up, but it doesn't look as perfect as it's supposed to be either. But I think that's it for basics, and I think that's it for today as well. This sign is pretty cool though. This is a pretty cool way to create a sign like this. Okay, so they have a picture for it to show you like how it's supposed to connect on this side. So let me just make sure that I'm doing it right. And this is it. What's the next one? Next one is 7, and continue to do something similar. So we'll leave it for next time. Tomorrow, will I continue to build this one? I'm not sure yet. It really depends on, after work tomorrow and how I feel, um, and what time I could actually start building as well. Though there's a lots of factors involved. Yeah, and we'll see what happens. But so far, it's looking good. It's quite tall, because it's not a big set. So that the couple of things that you do see from other themes as well. But so far, it's good color scheme, good minifigures, good size. Building experience interesting enough, but nothing really give me the wow factor yet. So let's hope it happens in the next few bags. But yeah, this is the Fantastical Tree House so far, and we'll continue next time. And time for me to prepare going to bed.